What's good, y'all boys? We're back, man. We're rocking on the Washington football team. I was honestly inspired to play with this team because I played against somebody who was using them, and I didn't realize how good their defense is on Madden. They have those two pass rushers, Chase Young, and I can't remember the other one's name that like are really good. I think it's Montez Sweat. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then they have Troy Apke back there, who was low-key putting my receivers in a bag. And then after watching that Thursday night game against the Giants, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play with them. And we're going up against the Cardinals, and my opponent, as you guys can see, is taking full advantage of having Kyler Murray. Gunslinger, he was throwing throws that only that gunslinger can make, and he was just taking off because Kyler Murray is just the fastest quarterback in the game. The good thing is that he will miss a lot of throws, so that kind of balances it out, but I mean, it's still super hard to stop him. We're rocking on the Carolina offense. You guys probably saw me run this if you were watching me play Madden 21. I ran it for a good bit. Right here, we hit the verticals play to Thomas. That's just a dot. And right here, we go to this flood play. But like I was saying, I ran it a good bit. I think around the Lions franchise. This is my offense towards the end of the year. I honestly don't have a set offense yet for Madden 22. I've just been hopping around playbooks, as you guys probably will tell from these videos. It's right here in the red zone. Spacing switch is my best friend because it kills any zone coverage. One of those curls or one of those flat routes will get open. And right here, we see him in man, so we run flood, throw the low ball to Samuel, and that's a dot. You know, I'm like, now I try to send a little bit of pressure, but again, he's just cooking me up the seams. And I'm like, I have no idea how I'm going to stop this. He's jumping around formations, so it's hard to get a beat on exactly what he's doing. Right here, we man up the seams, and just boom, he takes off of Kyler Murray. This dude was really good on offense. His defense was meh, but his offense is something crazy, which is pretty much the story of most good players on Madden 22, because zones are bad, man coverage is all right, but just not good enough to run every down. So defense is hard. And right here, we have him in a snuggie. Madden, you have to give me those. Getting a stop against a good player is hard enough. And then when you got me dropping picks on 3rd and 6, we get a little lucky right there. He drops the ball. And right here, he throws it right on my hook. And then they clicked me onto the wrong person. If they would have clicked me onto that DB that was standing right in front of the ball, that would have been an easy pick. We would have had the ball back. And honestly, that might have been game. But right here, he goes back to the seams. I can't get over there fast enough. And that's just way too easy. We see him in man coverage right here. So I'm like, I'm taking that chance. That is scary Terry. I should have secure called it, but I mean, he still holds on to it. He runs man again. We put him on a whip route, cook that, and that boy is out of there. As you guys can see, we're fine on offense. We're chilling. We get ball a half, so we just need one stop. I get caught off my user right here. I man up both the seams. He still throws it, and we don't get an interception. He's throwing it right here at me. Like, that's crazy. Right here, he's coming out again. I honestly should have been sending a lot more pressure. We run man. He hits this little curl route underneath for an easy dot. Honestly, I'm fine with him getting 6 yards because the rest has been 10, 20-yard passes. So, I mean, I will take that. That's a stop in my book. Right here, we go back to man. We have everything bagged pretty much. We send the guy, and that is so much defense. I think he was throwing the pick right there. If he was throwing the triangle, that would have been mine. On 4th down, look at that. How was that not a pick? I was standing right there. We send a little bit of pressure right here, and Kyler Murray still makes the throw to Daniels. I mean, it's just crazy. Honestly, in my opinion, they need to put their ranked head-to-head on all Madden. Like, this game is terrible on all pro, but on all Madden, it's not bad because defense actually plays a little bit. And right here, he just throws it up again at 4 people. Like, what else can I do? What else can I do? Somebody tell me what else can I do to get a stop. It's just getting crazy. At this point, it just seems like it's going to be an offensive shootout. Whoever has the ball last is going to win the game. We got him a 2nd and 10. You guys can see I'm covering both the seams. See, my inside third's on the other side, so I want to man up away from him. We man him up, and so that's just everything's bagged. But he has his dump off underneath. That was just a pretty good route combo, I guess. He hands it off right here. We get a stop. I mean, I don't know why he even decided to run it because he's been killing me over the pass. But we call one timeout. We wanna call our timeouts to save the 2-minute warning. I'll usually maybe call 1 or 2 before 2 minutes if he's like close to the end zone or thing out, so I have enough time to get the ball back. It's 2nd and 14. He's in some under center formation, and you see I man up both the tight end seams. I'm not having that. I got my 2 of my hard flats. I think they're at 20, 25, and then I'm going to use it in the middle myself because if he wants to dump it off to his running back right here, I'm like, hey, I'm fine with that. Then we press right here. I don't usually press because it's pretty bad in regs. but he just takes off with Kyler Murray, and my user is too slow, man. Luckily for us, Landon Collins comes down and makes a tackle. And right here, I'm like, okay, I'm going to send the blitz. And sometimes with this play, you can shoot through there, as we do right here, and we get the user sacked. That was just the perfect time to call him up. You don't want to do that too much because you will get dotted, and you might get picked up sometimes. But right there, he wasn't expecting it. So I'm like, okay, we have the hook curl to the left to watch that seam, and I'm going to go watch this seam to the right myself. And then I'm going to watch everything to the middle right because I'm pretty much double flatted, as you guys can see that, which means I'll have like 2 flat routes playing the outsides. So I'm like, okay, this is adjustments. I want to save my 2 timeouts. You see, he's smartly just killing the clock down, so I won't have as much time if he doesn't get this. We follow him, and we jump off, so like everything's bagged. We send our guy, and hopefully nothing crazy happens. He just throws it, and I'm honestly fine when I get in that pick because I would have been farther back. We finally get our stop. Now, if we can get any points before half, we're chilling. We hit this little motion out wheel route. It's just so good against cover 4 and sometimes cover 3. If you run bunch, you got to put that in your arsenal. He runs man right here. He has a D-line, and I'm like, there's no way he's making it back there. We hit Scary Terry. And right here, that might have been a pick if Isaiah Simmons didn't run into number 2 because he was running straight to that wheel route. But it looked like he wasn't going to make it there, so I just took that chance. Not going to lie, I will take the pick play. It might have been a little illegal, but it is what it is, man. We roll out with Heineke right here. We're just going to see if that tight end route was open. It wasn't. We get down and slide. We want to stay in bounds right there because, I have 2 timeouts, and I want to give him, if he gets the ball back, maybe like 4 seconds left, nothing open right here, so we just throw it away. I'm definitely not outrunning Isaiah Simmons. That boy is a dog. Second goal, we drop back. I had the low ball to square, but I was just so scared to play it, to throw it because his user was around that area. So we just take our 3 right here. We get ball back. We're chilling. All right, we got the ball back. We're up 3. We need to go get 7 because honestly, 3 points won't do much for us. It'll only put us up 6. We season man, which is honestly pretty good coverage against this verticals play. Just got to watch that crosser, and which he didn't, so that was an easy dot. We might have had that touchdown in the circle, but he had pressure off the left side, so I just roll out, hit my tight end delay. That's a laser. I know some people hate those, but hey, it's in the game. You got to use this. Honestly, probably one of the best routes. Right here, we throw a low ball. That's a dot, and the best play in this goal line formation is probably fullback dive because it's just the blocking is perfect and it's so easy to get like 1 to 4 yards right there. Right here, we send a little bit of pressure and we click on way to catch him. Great sack because if he wouldn't have caught him right there, Kyler Murray would still be running. He hurries it up. We're in this dollar formation. I'm trying to try other formations besides big nickel because I just can't get pressure out of it. So I was trying to send the dogs, make them make quick reads. Probably shouldn't have changed up my defense. That probably wasn't the greatest idea, as you guys can see. He's just starting to die. Even though I don't really think that was a die. I think he was just throwing something. But he caught it for like 20, 30 yards, so it is what it is. He keeps hurrying it up, so I don't have time to change to another formation. So I run man right here, put a spot on the field, and I put 2 flats out there on 5 yards. And then I don't know why I left that. There was literally nothing else to use, or everything would have been bagged. But that's just terrible on my part. We still have the 3-point lead right here. We drop back. We hit Samuel. And honestly, if we just keep scoring, we're fine. We're fine. We're up with stop, so we're chilling. We roll out right here. He runs out by himself. It says the pressure inaccurate, but he still makes a great throw. Yes, sir, Heineke. That boy is balling for me. We go back to this flood play because he just has not been able to stop it. And Samuel is balling too. We go for the little toss. I throw that in there sometimes, and we get tripped over air. He cleanly hurdled him. Nothing was touching him. And I guess Casper came off the sideline to get a stop. That's crazy. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 4th. We go back to this fullback dive, and you guys can see Isaiah Simmons did not want smoke. That boy was just standing there. Yes, sir. If we just make him, we just got to make him work. Make him get under the 2-minute warning. About maybe a minute 30 seconds left. We get the ball back, and we only have to get 1 first down, and we're chilling. We just cannot let him score fast. You guys can see I'm manning up. I'm manning up the seams. I had a whole inside quarter over there, and he just still throws it. His gunslinger is crazy. We're leaving the flats pretty much unguarded right here. Like, you can take those. He should have got out of bounds right there. That was just a mistake on his part and clock management. He's kind of quick hiking us, which is making us audible over to nickel 3-3-5 wide hard. And right there, we get the user rush, but he just throws it at D-Hop. It's crazy the throws you can make with that ability. It's still by far the best ability in the game. and that's why real like passers you really only see them using Packers, Seahawks, and the Cardinals, and I think the Bills. Josh Allen has it too. You don't really see the Bucks anymore. At least I don't. And or the Chiefs, to be honest. And right there, he just throws it again. D Hop is having himself a day. Not really much I can do about it. I mean, it's 30 seconds left. He's killing the clock. He's doing my job for me. We don't get the pick right there. We put our spot on Kyler Murray, but he's just way too slow. He goes for an onside kick, which is probably the smart decision. He kicks it straight to me though, and we run back, just trying to milk some time off the clock. You know, we're chilling. He's just diving all over the place, trying to get a tackle. So we took about maybe 8 seconds off, 6 or 8 seconds. He runs man on 2nd and 13. We hit Samuel, and that pretty much seals the game. You know, we probably should have dropped down, but I'm like, hey, we're going to get points. We celebrate a little bit, not trying to be toxic or nothing. Okay, this was a little bit toxic. We go for 2, we throw the dot, but it is what it is. Last play of the game, he's just throwing up something. We finally get the pick when it didn't even matter. But that's the GG's, man. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you want to see any different teams.